I know you have heard about Intellicare, MedShift or ShiftMed, ShiftKey, Clipboard, and various apps that you can get jobs as. Most of them is wants you to be an independent contractor. I have some thoughts about that, and we're going to discuss it. Just a little FYI. I'm not a fan of it. I am not a fan of these apps that say they can give you a job. Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Patrice Foster. It's been a while. I've been dibbling and dabbling and blabbing and trying to check out different jobs, alternative jobs, where I fit in. Let's talk about AI job for nurses. I call it AI, the apps. Stay tuned. So I have been away for a while, trying to find myself, crawl my way, escape nursing on a whole. I kind of enjoy being a home, being in a happy place right now. Anyway, you still need to pay bills and you still need to go out there and juggle and hustle. So I decided to, I saw that, I believe in YouTube and Indeed, they were advertising high rates for nurses. And when I signed up with the company, I realized these were called apps. Chad ID, Chad Nursing, get your job, pick up shift, and they can give you work, immediate work, and you get paid daily. One has Uber to pick you up and take you home, blah, 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 blah. And my head was just swelling. Oh, this and that. So I signed up with a couple of these apps. First one was Intellicare. I heard they are the cream of the crop. That's what they say. They from Massachusetts. A group of male nurses run this. They seems like they're very strict. They have a lot of paperwork in that you need to fill out before you get to the job. They score you. I guess that's their way of weeding you out. You need to get a star, 5-star, 5-star. That's how they qualify that you're a good employee. But the thing about them, they fall short of getting you a job. So, not worth it to me. Then you have ShiftMed. I have more of a personal experience with ShiftMed. Yes, I signed up for the app, did everything. They have multiple locations. They have Philadelphia, which I was going to go there since I have all those licenses. Most of the license I have, ShiftMeds claim, allegedly, that they have work in those areas. I decided to try Georgia. I haven't worked in a while in Georgia, and I've been sitting home for like maybe 6 or 7 months. And so I decided, hey, let me check out these apps. So the first one I signed up for was ShiftMed because an LPN recommended them. It took me a while to get jobs with them. As a matter of fact, I got 2 jobs. First of all, their jobs are far away. When I say 2 hours or 3 hours away, it is. Imagine this, and it did happen to me. I drove all the way to Columbus, Georgia, 3 hours away for a job. They said that was going to pay like $63 an hour. And I got there. I was on time. I was there first. Then another RN came in. No, sorry. The Columbus, Georgia job. I signed up for that maybe on a Thursday. They said they desperately need a nurse for Saturday. So I signed up Thursday, yes. And I was ready to go and everything, and I'm on my way to go, and I was canceled. What I learned about ShiftMed, they have certain nurses that are block schedule, and they give them preference. So even if you happen to see the shift and you sign up for the shift, you best believe you're going to be canceled. So that was a lot of favoritism. That was a lot of things like that going on. Another incident, I drove, I don't remember the town, but I've never heard of it in Georgia. It was a little hike. I went there. I was the first nurse, and another nurse came, and they decided to keep her because she said she was scheduled, but she wasn't there on time, which was fine. I don't fight over any employment. If it was meant for me, it would have happened. So that's my goal. That's my mother. You know what I mean? I don't fight over that. So just exit out. But I learned something from that. I learned that what happened is if the facility do not do the right thing, meaning the facility knows that another nurse is coming. I don't know how they were explaining it to me, and I hope I'm able to explain it to you that if the facility don't update it, go online and update it, communication between ShiftMed and then that they confirm the schedule, you may end up there and find out that you're going to be canceled. So after driving 2 hours, you get to the facility, they decided they don't need you because apparently the scheduling lady did not confirm it with ShiftMed, and then they confirm another nurse. I didn't mind that because usually in agency you get 4 hours pay. But in this case with ShiftMed, you get in 2 hours. You drove 2 hours for an assignment and you get in 2 hours pay. ShiftMed is the one that I said that has a Uber built-in, but doesn't mean that it's free. They're going to take it out in your check. So if you drive, it's up to $75 out of your check one way to drive to the facility and $75 back. So if you have a car, that's the best thing. Don't use that. Another thing that I noticed about ShiftMed, and I felt that was biased, don't advertise you need RN and you're paying the RN the same rate as the LPN. As a matter of fact, the couple of LPN I know, they showed me their app, and the salary that they were giving me was less than what they were getting. And it was way out in Carrollton and places I never heard of in Georgia, and I wasn't going to chance it out there just to drive and find out that I'm canceled and just getting 2 hour pay. I felt like communication, they cancel me, and so I end up cancel early one of their shift, and they put me on, oh, you don't get a star, you get a ding, 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 you're not, so you in the penalty even though you called out early. So just be careful if you want to get jobs with these apps. Another thing that I realize about all these, which is clipboard, oh, come on board, come on board. We have a lot of work. We have a lot of work. And when I get to clipboard, clipboard has no work. Even when I asked them before I even signed up, do you have work? They say yes. And when I realized they did not have any work. ShiftKey claims they have work. They call me for work. I'm in Atlanta. They want me to go to work tonight in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So the communication is bad in these apps. I think what it is, and I came to the conclusion, during the crisis, during the pandemic, they probably created these apps for the nursing home, because that's the only position these apps have, nursing home. And majority of RN is not going to the nursing home. We want to go to the hospital sometime for the pay. Matchwell is another one. I've used them before, and I think they sold out. So when I signed up, they had a high salary up there, like maybe $73 an hour. Okay, Maxwell, you're doing good. But then when I went and I saw there's the strolling bar, bought out by Medical Solution, I quickly deleted, because what happened is agency now is trying to buy out these company, and that's what this is. I think Intellicare is agency because they take out tax, so you're an employee for them. Clipboard, you're an independent contractor, and ShiftMed is they take out tax. So you need to know all that. So Medical Solution dropped the rate, so they're part of Matchwell. They own it now. Matchwell. Being an independent contractor means you have the freedom to, it's like a business. You created this business and you want to get paid top dollar for this business. But behind the scene, they say you're independent, but they want to give you what they want to give you. You should be able to call a shot on your salary. And it's sad because most of the CNA, they are working through these apps and they're not paying their taxes, or at the end of the year, they seem to have the most trouble trying to get their finance in order, because you get that lump sum, you get that big rates, and you think that it's okay. And then when tax come, you realize that you're in the hole. So you just got to be careful with these apps. I ask everyone, do you take out tax? I can't do the independent contract. That's what you need to do. If you want to do independent contract, there are ways to do it. But I honestly feel, if I'm going to be an independent contractor, I want the salary that I want, not the one that the agency decide they're going to give me. No, it doesn't work like that. So that's what I've been trying to review. And I was very disappointed in ShiftMed because they seem like they have some work in Georgia. But the work that they have is only for CNAs and LPN. And it's all nursing home. So if that's not your cup of tea, then these apps, I call them AI Chad Nurse app, may not be the right way for you to pick up shift. And nobody wants to, every day, every second, cancel. You're not going to make any money. You're not going to be able to pay your bill that way. So just try something steady. Be a part-time nurse anyway. Another thing that I try, and if at first you don't succeed and you don't get a job, try and try and try. I want to leave you with, It's a struggle out there, ladies and gentlemen. And as we get older as a nurse, we gain a lot of experience. Some of us move on to NP, and for those who go that route, I'm proud of you. That's not my cup of tea right now. I'm leaning towards something different. I don't know what it is yet. And you may not, you may be in the same position. Don't know. You just explore until you find. Over the years, I've been researching and I've been jumping and hopping to various jobs. And I thought the grass was always greener on the other side. And I get there. And I get it. We want more money. We have bills and inflation and everything is going up. But the job remained the same. In other words, what I mean is it's not perfect. It's the same thing. It's nice and it's cozy and we like it for a couple months. And then we get to realize that it's the same situation over and over, all over, whether we're a travel nurse, whether we're an agency nurse locally, or we're just part-time PRN, it's nursing the same. So if you have a job right now and it's steady and it's paying you, keep it. That's all I can say. Because times are hard for everyone. And I don't want you to get discouraged because I got discouraged and put in a lot of application. And I find myself at this point in my life realizing that I've been sitting home for close to 7 months. And you know, when you sit home that long, your resume don't not very appealing. And I had to answer these questions. What have you been doing? They're going to ask me all these questions. And I have to think fast on my feet, you know, what I'm saying. I hope you understand. So I decided to get back in the work field and build up the resume again. My resume is okay, yes, but to others who judge you based on if I want to work in Georgia, they're going to judge me. Why were you sitting home? And I don't have enough excuse to tell these people I just didn't want to go to work. That's the bottom line. So don't get discouraged. Keep at it. If you're working, if you're not working, there's alternative jobs that you can take, whether it's the clinic. And here's the point that you need to know, and a little tip. When you get one job offer, then all those jobs that you see that you really wanted, they're all going to call you and then got you all confused. And then you'll find yourself can't make the right decision which one to go to. But what you need to know, they're all the same. So just pick someone. You're there to pay your bills. You're not there for friends. You're not there to, you want happiness and it ain't happening, honey. So I'm going to leave you with that thought. Have a wonderful day and night in your state or your country.